Alright guys, welcome back. We have another question from Dynamics by Meriam, and for a given horizontal force P, we need to determine the normal reaction forces at A and B. The mass of the cylinder is M and the card is capital M. So we need to neglect all the frictions in here and basically the reaction forces that are applying at A and B. So what we can do, we can draw the free body diagram for a cylinder, but what's missing, we know sum of all forces is equal to mass times acceleration. Obviously there is no movement in y direction because the card is rolling horizontally. So if we just call our x and y in here, we basically are dealing with the sum of all forces in x direction, and our acceleration would be in x direction too. So first thing, we can show the forces for the entire system, and basically would be the mass of the cylinder and the mass of the card, and we're gonna have also the normal forces on the wheel, but we don't need to show those because that's not what we're interested since we are moving in x direction. So basically the only force in x direction would be the force P, which is positive, and the mass that we're gonna have is gonna be the mass of the cylinder and the mass of the card, and that's going to give us the acceleration. So basically our acceleration would be P over the mass of the entire system. So what we are interested is the normal forces that are applying to these 2 points A and B. So we're going to draw the free body diagram only for the cylinder, which has a mass of M. So we're going to have the weight, which is mass times acceleration of gravity. We have those two, our normal forces is going to be perpendicular to that tangent at point A and B. Yeah, we're going to have the sum of all forces in X equals to, because it's only for the cylinder, the mass now is going to be the mass of the cylinder times AX, and AX is the same. So basically we have the X component of these normal forces, which are these two. So we can resolve these forces, and same for the other one, knowing that this angle is 60 degrees, and kind of same in here too, 60 degrees, and the X component would be the cosine of 60 degrees. So we can call this one NA, the other one NB. So we're gonna have NA cosine of 30 degrees minus NB cosine of 30 degrees, and is equal to M times acceleration, which is what we found in here. So P over M plus M. So that's our first equation based on the movement on x direction, and here we can simply just factor cosine of 30. So we're gonna have NA minus NB times cosine of 30 degrees, and this will be equal to PM over M plus M, and we can write it down as NA minus NB is equal to P times M over cosine of 30 degrees M plus M. So that's going to be our equation for sum of all forces in X. Let's do sum of all forces in Y. Again, because there is no movement in Y direction, the acceleration will be 0. So this will be 0. Again, there is no AY. So now we have the Y component of the normal forces, which this time is going to be sine of 60 degrees. So NA sine of 30 plus NB sine of 30, and we have the weight, which is downward, and yeah, that's going to be the next equation. Here I'm just gonna factor sine of 30, so I'm just gonna show it in here. So it's gonna be NA plus NB. We're gonna have mg over sine of 30 degrees, which we know it's 1/2, so it's gonna be equal to 2 mg. So now that we have these two equations, and basically we have to figure out NA and NB. So what we can do, we can add these two equations. That way we can get rid of the NB. So what we're gonna get is, you can show it with green. So we'll have 2NA on the left side, and on the right side we have 2mg plus PM over cosine of 30 degrees m plus m. Cosine of 30 degrees is 1/2 of square root of 3. So the 2 is going to go in here and we're going to have a square root of 3 in the denominator, so we can cancel out all the 2's. So NA would be basically, you can also factor M2 because they both have M. So it's going to be G from the first term, second term, it's going to be P over square root of 3 M plus M. That's going to be NA. And for the NB, we can use one of the equations that we have. This one's the easiest. So NA, which is that value, so I'm using this equation here. So G plus P over square root of 3 M plus M plus NB is equal to 2mg. And basically everything's going to go on the other side. So NB would be 2mg minus mg plus P over square root of 3m plus. So what we can do now, we can factor m in each of these. So from the first term, we have 2g minus 1g, which is going to be g, and the negative sign will be multiplied into the other one. And basically, NB would be similar to NA, except we have a negative sign in here, where we had a positive sign for NB, for NA. Hope everything was clear. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.